good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are watching me from. I first want to say that the world is diverse. The diversity is based on religion, it is based on politics, it is based on income, and it is based on our cultures. Having said that, I want to strongly oppose what happened in Sweden on June 28th, 2023. On that day, Swedish authorities, Swedish police allowed the burning of Quran by protesters. The Swedish government, I would say, allowed protesters to burn Quran. You remember that currently, as we speak, Muslims are celebrating Eid al-Adha. It is their holy month, it is their holy week, and it is their holidays. As non-Muslims, it would be very imperative, it would be very heartwarming, it would be very thankful if we support Muslims in this holy month. The burning of Quran in Sweden on June 28th is a mockery to all Muslims in the world. The burning of the Quran, Sweden might think that it is a mockery to Turkey, but in my view, it is a mockery to Muslims in the whole world. I want to emphasize that the world is diverse. The world is divided in terms of religion. And to live in a peaceful world, we must respect and uphold the religious rights of every individual. Muslims must have a share of the world. Christians must have a share of the world. For peace to reign in this world, Muslims must accept Christians, and Christians must accept Muslims for what they are. Burning of the Quran mocks Muslims across the world. Burning of the Quran mocks Muslims in Europe. Burning of the Quran mocks Muslims in Africa. Burning of the Quran mocks Muslims in the United States. And the same incident mocks Muslims in other parts of the world. I see Swedish Prime Minister's statement on the incident as a further insult on Muslims. The Swedish Prime Minister, Ulf Kristersson, said that the act was legal but not appropriate. I want to say that Muslims believe that the Quran is their holy book, and the Quran contains all the moral guidelines in the Muslim world. Islamic is founded on the Quran. Without the Quran, Islam does not exist. Burning of the Quran equals to burning the Muslim religion. Burning of the Quran equals to, let me say, wiping Muslims across the face of the earth. For peace to reign, and I want to say for peace to reign, the political differences between Turkey and Sweden should not spill over to religious mockery. If Turkey is against Sweden joining NATO, then I think mocking them by burning the Quran is an understatement to me. They should do better. Political differences should be solved politically, and religious differences should be solved religiously. Turkey is 99% Muslim, and Sweden is 61.3% Muslim. When Swedish authorities allow burning of the Quran in Sweden, I believe there are some Turkish nationals in Sweden. How do they feel? How do they feel if they see their holy book burning in Sweden? Sweden comprises 61.3% Christians, and Turkey comprises 99% Muslims. This is to say that Turkey is a Muslim world and Sweden is a Christian world. But these differences should not be the reasons to wage war, the reasons to, let me say, to call for conflict between the two countries. I want to warn Sweden that burning of the Quran is like attracting the anger of the whole Muslim world across the world. Muslims from all over the world will direct their anger towards Sweden from this incident. Remember, there are almost 2 billion Muslims in the world against 2.3 billion Christians. I think global citizens need to live in peace. And living in peace at this time in the 21st century requires acknowledging and accepting our religious differences. We must accept Muslims as our brothers and sisters, and we must accept Christians as our brothers and sisters. Burning the Quran is a direct mockery to Muslims across the world. Remember, we exist as humans. Before we were divided as Christians or Muslims, we have a fundamental justification. We have a fundamental identity that we are humans. Let religion not divide us. Let religion not lead us to war. But I want to urge Swedish government, what you did and what you approved on June 28th was a mockery to the whole world, not only to Muslims, but a mockery to the whole world. Countries, governments, and government officials must be ready, must be willing to protect the religious rights of every citizen. Every citizen has a right to religion. Every citizen has a right to identify as a Christian, Muslim, or any other religion in the world. Being a Christian is not a crime. Being a Muslim is not a crime. Being a Hindu is not a crime. And being a Buddhist is not a crime. Governments, politicians, and individual citizens must respect the right of everyone to religion. Thank you, and I pray that peace reigns. I pray for those who worship God that peace reigns in your hearts. I pray for those who worship Allah that peace reigns in your hearts. Thank you, and maintain peace.